So what's the big deal with wooden ships and iron men? I'm going to share why this may be one of the most influential Avalon Hill games of all time here on Legendary Tactics. If you're interested in acquiring out-of-print games like Wooden Ships and Iron Men, you might want to check out Noble Knight Games, the sponsor of today's video. Noble Knight has amassed what could be the world's largest collection of board games, but they also have things like miniatures and other board game accessories to help you round out your collection. If you'd like to check them out, I'm going to put their link in the description below, and if you click there, it helps both them and our channel. So what is the deal with Wooden Ships and Iron Men, and what makes it one of Avalon Hill's most popular and influential board games? The game is based in the Napoleonic era and features tactical naval combat, ships like frigates and ships of the line. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside the box. First of all, we have the rules here, and the rules are dense text as they were a lot of times back in the day. But the basic rules are only 7 pages, and the advanced rules add another 3. So you have a total of 10 pages. Then you got a bunch of optional rules, which is 1 page. So that's 12 pages total. And then you have the introduction to the scenarios. So this is all what would be in a separate playbook today. Then you have the ships here, and the ships are all blue. So as you can see here, they have all sorts of different ships of the line and frigates and all sorts of things here. So the print is a little bit small on them, but that is typical of that era. You would normally have maybe nice big counters now, but they are all identified with a number, so as well as their stats, which hopefully is clear enough for identification during play. Then we have the ships here, and they're identified with colors as well. The red obviously being the British here. And then we have all the counters marking the different statuses of things, as well as a tiny, tiny little die. Look at that cute little thing. And then we've got the tables for the different, both the melee, grappling, critical hit table, and all the wind effects and so forth, as well as a pad to track the damage and the different moves of all of the ships. What I like is that the moves are all written down and performed simultaneously, which can always cause a bit of chaos when a battle is joined. As you might expect from a game about naval combat, the board itself is blue, and solid blue basically. Not too much in the way of features or anything, but at least they did try to break it up into a few different colors for visual interest. My understanding is that also some of the scenarios use the different colors to help them to identify land and that sort of thing. And that is everything that is in the box of Wooden Ships and Iron Men. Not too much, but they do a lot with a little. Now what it did was it brought an historical naval combat board game to the mass hobby market. Now how did it do this? It's detailed, it's historical, it's playable, and it really tied all the elements, all the complexity of naval combat in this era, things like gunnery, boarding, all the maneuvers, things like wind, simple as that, brought it into a very playable and compelling format. So why did this game matter? Well, from what I can tell, this is the first game that featured Napoleonic naval combat. It was incredibly influential, and in fact there's a lot of its DNA to be found in future designs up to this day. It's still discussed and remembered fondly and played 50 years later, which is a testament to any design. This game solidified Avalon Hill as a premier publisher of historical games, and there's no doubt that its popularity helped to expand our hobby. I think it's fair to say that it can be held up alongside and mentioned in the same breath as other games of the 70s like Squad Leader, which defined that classic era. There's so many things to like about this game. It's thematic, tactically rich, compelling, replayable, all hallmarks of a classic design. This game shaped the direction of historical gaming and board gaming in general, and you're going to want to check it out. If you have played this game in the past, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Legendary Tactics.